Today, I'm going to explain to you in more detail that you are actually dreaming to be in your current reality right now. Yes, you are in a dream right now. So I'm going to teach you how to control this waking dream, or how to wake up within this dream and shift yourself from your current reality to any reality that you desire. I'm also going to quote one of Neville Goddard's lectures called Step into the Picture, in which he goes into a detail on how to step into any picture or reality in your mind, which only seems as a flat surface when you think of it. But when you step into it or think from it, it becomes real to you, or takes on a cubic, three-dimensional reality. So let's get into it. So let me ask you this question. What makes you perceive or experience yourself in your body, in your current reality? Or who perceives or experiences itself as your body in your current reality? You would answer, I am. I am is your awareness of being. So you need an awareness to have any experience, be it the experience of your current reality or your desired reality. Without an awareness of an experience, there is no experience. So it is your awareness that allows you to perceive or feel your current reality using your five senses, such as a sense of seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, or smelling. And this is exactly why you keep experiencing your current reality, because this is what you are aware of experiencing. So now, how can you experience your desired reality if your awareness is what allows you, or is what is needed to perceive or experience any reality, including your desired reality? In other words, how can you experience your desired reality without becoming aware of experiencing it here now? How do you experience anything? Through an awareness of experiencing it. So the key to shifting to your desired reality is to become aware of experiencing it right here, right now. In the same way, you are aware of experiencing your current reality. Your current reality feels real to you because you can see it, hear it, touch it, taste it, or smell it. So the key here is to feel yourself into your desired reality by using your inner five senses, and give it all the tones of reality that you can, all the sensory vividness. If you can give it all the sensory vividness, although you do not see it, it will become visible. It will be objectified on your screen of space. So if you can get an awareness of experiencing what you want, consider it as a done deal. Why? Because the one who is experiencing it is your true self, which is not your body, but that which is observing your body, and without which there is no body. Without your awareness being aware of your body, there is no body. So your body is just a shadow of your true self, which is your awareness of being. If you are observing yourself in your desired reality, experiencing what you want, then you are literally experiencing it in another body right now, right here. Because how can you observe an experience that is not already here, right now? You are the reality looking at your body or observing your body. You are not your body. So how can you become aware of experiencing your desired reality? The same way you are aware of experiencing your current reality and yet not be there at the same time. In other words, how can you become aware of experiencing something that you want or observe yourself in your desired reality without that experience taking place right here, right now? Or without you being there in another body right here, right now? So you must be there. And therefore, it must be objectified on your screen of space. So your awareness of being is God of Scripture. And that is your true nature. You are not your physical body. Your physical body is simply a temporary experience, a dream or a projection of your true self, which is your awareness. Before you became aware of being a human being in your body, you had to simply be aware. So your I amness is the core of your being. Be still and know I am God. Psalm 46:10. So I am can't be near. That's the core of my being. I can say I am a man, and that's something near. I have a hand, that is near. I am rich, that is near. I am poor, that is near. But before I can say anything, I must first establish the sense of being. And that is I am. So I must first be before I can be anything in this world. And so the lack of faith in that reality is the fundamental sin. Neville Goddard. So the key to experiencing what you want is to become aware of experiencing it right here, right now. For example, can you experience something without being aware of it? No, you can only experience the experience that you are aware of experiencing right now. Because without an awareness of an experience, there is no experience. So although your current reality seems to exist independently of your perception, yet it cannot exist without you being aware of it, which means it only exists within your awareness, or is only there as long as you are aware of experiencing it here now, or as long as you as an awareness occupying that reality. So the reason why your current reality, or wherever you are right now, feels so real to you is not because you are there physically or your body is there, but rather it is because your awareness of being is occupying your current reality right now. So when you move from one place to another, or from one room into another, the room that you have just walked out of becomes shadowy or not real, while the room that you have just stepped into becomes real. Why is this so? It's not because you have physically moved there or you have moved there in your body, but rather it is because you have moved there within your awareness, or your awareness made the move. It may seem as if you have physically stepped into another room, when in reality, it is your awareness which stepped into another room. Your body cannot step into any room on its own or move anywhere on its own, because without you being aware of that body, the body is not even there. In other words, without the observer observing your body, there is no body. Your body is simply a shadow of your true self, the invisible, formless awareness out of which every visible form or matter is made. So when the body dies, you do not really die. The body dies only because your true self which is your awareness, leaves that body or departs that body. So your true self cannot die because you are the reality itself, and wherever you enter, it becomes alive, or it takes on a cubic, three-dimensional reality. In Him we live and move and have our being. Acts 17:28. So every experience is the movement in your consciousness or your awareness. You do not move in waking any more than you move on your bed in sleep. It is all a movement of mind. The intensity is determined by the strength of the vortex you create, which is just like a whirlwind with a center of perfect stillness. You only believe that you are moving when you are awake. As you think, you move in sleep. We are in this room tonight, and the room at this moment is more real to us than anything in the world. It has a cubic reality because we are in it. Think of your home. You know your home far better than you know this room. But your home at this moment is not as real as this room. This room now occupies reality to you, and everything else is shadowy as you think of it. Why is this real? Because you have entered it. You are in it. You occupy it. This I know from experience. Sitting in a chair, suddenly I am seeing what reason tells me I should not see. I am seeing what seems to be the interior of a home. Or lying on my bed, I see the interior, or it seems to be, of a great hotel. An occupied suite ready for occupancy, but not occupied. It was just as vivid as any painting of a great artist. An artist would give us the impression of a three-dimensional picture. We know for reason tells us that it is on a flat surface. It is simply depicting three dimensions, but it is all on a flat surface. Well, while seated in the chair or lying on my bed, my consciousness follows vision, and I entered that room. I actually occupied it. I came back to where I was seated on one occasion, to where I was lying on my bed on another. And then I went back, and again it took on a cubic reality. I came back knowing exactly what I am doing, and knowing this whole thing makes no sense whatsoever to the rational mind. But I cannot deny what I am experiencing. Here I have the evidence, no one to share it with, but I have the evidence. I came back and then went back into the picture. At the moment I entered the picture, it took on a cubic reality. And after doing it maybe a dozen times or more, I said to myself, I'm going to explore. This time I'm going to go right into it and remain there and explore, which I did. So I stepped into the picture, and as it closed around me, from my bed, it seemed to be 30 by 20. But when I stepped into it, determined this time to keep going regardless of consequences, it closed around me, a third of what it seemed to be, as I looked at it from the bed. So 30 by 20 became 10 by 7. I found it to be a dressing room of a huge, wonderful suite ready for occupancy. No one was in it. I am the only occupant now. I came out by opening up a door. I didn't go through it by some vapor. I actually opened the door, and to myself, I was solidly real, just like the man who is talking to you now. My hand could open a door, and the door was solid, and it was real. And I went through the door. I entered the corridor. It was a nice, wide corridor, dimly lit. At the end of the corridor, intersecting, it was a brilliantly lit corridor. I walked down to the very end, and when I got to the end, here is this luminous, wonderful corridor. I saw two ladies coming down the corridor. I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew how it began. It began by seeing what seemed to me just a vision, like a painting. I knew that I left my bed, my consciousness following vision, and entered the painting. And the painting took on a cubic reality. I knew it, so I call that a dream. Knowing it began as a dream, I said to myself, it has still to be a dream. But I am dreaming now, awake. I am not dreaming, sleeping. I am fully awake, and it is a dream. And I said to the ladies as they came by, ladies, this is all a dream. They did exactly what any nice ladies would do. A stranger standing in a corridor and saying to them, this whole thing is a dream. They thought they were looking at a madman. So they got as far removed from me as they could and got right next to the wall. But the wall was as solidly real as that wall. They couldn't go through it any more than I could. Neville Goddard. So you are dreaming awake right now. You are in the waking dream. And because this is so solidly real, it feels so real that you do not even realize that you are in a dream of your true self, which is your consciousness or your awareness of being. Everything or every experience you as consciousness are dreaming or imagining into being right now. So this is the waking dream, and thus you can control it. So how do you wake up within this dream and place yourself in any reality that you desire? So the key here is to place your awareness into your desired reality or enter it in your consciousness and make it real. So how do you make any reality or state real? To make any reality or state real so that it can become a cubic three-dimensional reality, you need to become aware of experiencing that reality or state here right now by using any of your inner five senses or a combination of them, such as a sense of seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, or smelling. In other words, observe or feel yourself from your desired reality, and you are already there in another body, just as real as the one you have here now. Because how can you observe yourself somewhere that you are not already at right now? Or how can you become aware of experiencing something that is not happening right here, right now, or that you are not already experiencing right here, right now? Remember, there is no experience without an awareness of such an experience. So if you become aware of experiencing what you want here, now, it must take on a cubic three-dimensional reality, or become real to you, or projected on your screen of space. So you as an awareness need to enter your desired reality, or picture in your imagination, or loop your imaginal scene until it takes on the tones of reality. And when it does, consider it as a done deal. Remain in the awareness of already having that which you desire, or already being in your desired reality. Then I knew what makes everything real in this world. The Spirit of God dwells in me, and He is my own wonderful human imagination. I walked into a thing that I could only see lying upon my bed. Entering that state, it took on a cubic reality. God made this world real by entering it. Neville Goddard. So consciousness or awareness made everything real by entering it or becoming aware of being it. So any reality or state that you can think of is only a flat surface. But once you enter it or think from it, it becomes your reality. So here I share with you what I have discovered. I have discovered that your own wonderful human imagination is the Spirit of God. and that you can enter any state in the world, and on entrance, it ceases to be a flat surface depicting reality. It is a reality. Why? Because you are the reality who dwells in it. Wherever you are, things are real. If you are not in it, then they are not real. They go to their flat surfaces. Neville Goddard.